Hey everybody, it's Arden13 here, and we have some big news to talk about. A lot of things have been coming out over the past couple weeks, and I just wanted to take a moment and be excited about them and share them with you so we can all be excited together. 3 things coming for you. I'm Arden13, this is Lotus Media, and this is your tangent talk about all the nerdy things that are coming out that you should be excited about. Now, the first thing that we should talk about is the most recent thing to have dropped to the recording of this video, which is the Mandalorian Season 2 trailer. Holy shit. This looks so incredible. It is just everything that I needed on a Saturday night. Just mwah, perfect. Pedro Pascal is back helming the cast, and leading our little precious Baby Yoda, who should be protected above all things, to the remnants of the Jedi? Who knows? We got a little bit of a sneak peek as to some potential players, maybe some Jedi sorcery kind of moving around in there, aside from, obviously, the antics that Baby Yoda will be a part of. All of us here at Lotus Media are super excited about this dropping. The season will be dropping starting October 30th on Disney+, and Jon Favreau has yet to disappoint in anything that he has done, and to be frankly honest, I am more than excited to take another step into the galaxy far, far away with this exciting new series. The next thing that we need to talk about is something that is very near and dear to my heart, but moreover, I would argue is very near and dear to Raynef's heart. Within the past 2 to 3 weeks, we have gotten the trailer for the reboot of Dune. The 1984 Space Odyssey sci-fi classic that has won the hearts of millions is being revamped, and oh my good golly gosh, this looks incredible. This looks insane. The trailer itself just has got everyone so incredibly hype about it, and I have to have my phone with me for all of the details that I have to relay to you about this exciting news. As you all should know, the 1984 movie was widely accepted by all, and it has stood the test of time to stand up there with such classics as Star Wars and the original 1984. It's incredible. I can't help but gush about this movie. The original novel, written by Frank Herbert, was published in 1965, and it didn't get a film adaptation until 1984, which is a fun year if you're into science fiction as it is. Things to be excited about for this movie. The screenplay was adapted by John Spates, whose most notable accomplishments are his screenplays for Prometheus, The Passengers, and Doctor Strange. Second thing to be excited about for this movie is that it was directed by Denis Villeneuve, whose most notable accomplishments are direction on Sekiro, Arrival, and Blade Runner 2049. Third thing to be excited about for this movie is that the score and musical composition was done by none other than Hans Zimmer. If these 3 names do not mean anything to you, then I don't know what you are doing. This is the makings and the foundations for an incredible movie. Not to mention the movie is being produced by Legendary Studios and Warner Brothers, who have done marvelous things in the past, DC Universe aside. Now, I can understand if you're not really into the nitty-gritty about who wrote it, who directed it, who produced it. I understand that. I can get around that. What you care about are the people involved, the people that you are going to see, the people that you yourself will pay money to watch act the crap out of this sci-fi classic. And don't worry, I have a list for you. This is not all of the members of the cast, but these are just the ones that everyone should kind of care about. Members of the cast include Zendaya, Timothée Chalamet, Rebecca Ferguson, Dave Bautista, Josh Brolin, Oscar Isaacs, Stellan Skarsgård, Javier Bardem, and motherfucking Jason Momoa as an unexpected cameo that I had no idea. That man has been so quiet about everything he's been doing, and I have been following him on social media for the past 6 years. I had no idea about this. But when the trailer dropped and all of a sudden I heard that iconic voice and the "let's go out there and fight like demons," I was sold. My pants were wet. A little bit. I had to change. clearly, so I didn't embarrass myself in front of all of you. Look for Dune coming to a theater near you December 18th. It's so incredibly soon, guys. Do not miss out on this. Speaking of Aquaman, the third and final little morsel, but definitely not least, that I have for you here on this lovely tangent talk is that Jason Momoa is in talks right now to join the cast of The Witcher in the Witcher spin-off series Blood Origin. Jason Momoa recently went to Twitter and Instagram and all of his social medias, to be frankly honest, and posted a lovely picture of himself with the cat's eyes holding a Witcher's monster-slaying sword back to back with none other than Henry Cavill's Geralt of Rivia, and said, "What's up, homie?" There's nothing about this photo I don't love. I mean, just look at this photo. Look at this photo. They're beautiful. First and foremost, it is too legit to not be an actual thing already. Second off, I understand that everyone on the internet is saying he is in talks to be a part of Blood Origin, but at the same time, that picture, again, seems a little too legit for him to be a part of a different series than the actual, Henry Cavill-headed Witcher series. Which, to be frankly honest, I would love to see Jason Momoa standing side by side with Henry Cavill as any one of the Witchers from the School of the Wolf. Any one of them. Eskel, Lambert, Vesemir even. I don't care. Please, I want this. I need this. But for those of you who are leaning more on the side of the fence to say that he is not going to be a part of the mainline Witcher series, but a part of Blood Origin, here's the information that we know about Blood Origin. We know that it is a Witcher spin-off series that is going to be taking place 1,200 years prior to the beginnings of the events of The Witcher. It is going to cover the events of the Elven world prior to the invasion of the humans, or at least prior to the usurpation of the Elven world by the humans, by the Nordlings. And it will cover the events, it will follow the events leading up to and after the convergence of the spheres. What the convergence of the spheres are is a huge event in the Witcher lore, which basically dictates that at a metaphysical level, when two worlds roll past each other or converge with each other, people will be allowed to move between the thinned veils between these two worlds. And what happens specifically in the convergence of the spheres is that onto the world of the Witcher, which is often referred to as simply the continent, monsters and magic came through, creating the world into what we know today as a monster-infested, magic-riddled cesspool of some dope Monster Hunter professional peoples. Momoa is slotted and in conversations to play the first ever Witcher. The first person to have gone through the Trial of the Grasses, the first person to take up the silver sword and fight against monsters, and the first person to ask for money for it and make a profession out of it. This character has not ever been referenced or discussed in any of the prior works, but I, for one, am super interested to see what they are able to come up with in this spin-off series now that pretty much every Game of Thrones spin-off series and prequel series or whatever series has basically been tanked. Thank you, D&D, for that one. Just a final thanks to you. Tip my hat to you, gents. I'm still not over it. But in any case, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for joining me on this tangent talk to talk about Dune, Mandalorian Season 2, and the potentials for the Witcher series. This is such a huge development, and to be frankly honest, after the year that we have been having, this is kind of giving me some semblance of an uplifting notion. I hope you guys are staying safe out there, and if I can take a second to ask you to join our lunch table and hit all those buttons down below, I would greatly appreciate it, and everyone here at Lotus Media greatly appreciates it. I appreciate all the support that you've given us so far. So many exciting things are in the works, and I, for one, cannot wait to show you the direction that we want to go here But without further ado, my name is Arden13. I am still waiting on that ramen, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.